why nightclubs are the worst place you can go to pick up beautiful women. Hey, this is M from the 33 Secrets, and I just want to do this quick video while I'm sitting out here in front of my house before I leave. I just want to get this quick video out because I've been getting a lot of questions from my subscribers. You guys asking me about nightclubs. Should you go to nightclubs to go pick up beautiful women? Because there's tons there, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on nightclubs. And as you guys know, you guys who've been following me a long time, nightclubs are the absolute worst place you can go to pick up beautiful women. You have to understand, nightclubs exist for two reasons. Number one, that is to pedestalize women, to put them on a pedestal. And number two is to frustrate you, is to frustrate guys. Those are the only two reasons why nightclubs exist: to pedestalize women and to frustrate guys. And take it from me, I started in nightclubs. I went to nightclubs for a very, very long time until I got better at the game and I got more educated in the game and I got smarter at the game, where I started to realize that it just wasn't worth the mental exhaustion and the physical exhaustion to be trying to pick up girls in these nightclubs every weekend. I mean, it's very, very exhausting, even as a young man. And I was in my early 20s back then. And actually, I started sneaking into nightclubs when I was 16 or 17. I had a fake ID back then. And I used to sneak in this nightclub in San Francisco called the Palladium, which isn't even there anymore. Palladium, and then there was another one called 1015 Folsom, which I believe is still actually there. And this was back when nightclubs weren't even that bad. Like, you know, nobody had a smartphone back then. Women weren't glued to social media back then. So they actually took the time to talk to you. But even back then, it was pretty exhausting. And mostly because you're dealing with a ton of competition from other guys. There are just tons of other horny guys there besides you who are also trying to get these hot women. So you're dealing with tons of competition. Nightclubs have not changed since then. You know, because every once in a while, I will still go. I'm not going to necessarily to try to pull all the hot women out of there. I'm just going with a friend or with a female friend just for our own enjoyment. I'm not really there to invest any of my energy, mentally or physically, into trying to pull girls out of there where they've got thousands of other horny guys after them. Just because I've learned, and I know just from personal experience, from years and years of experience, nightclubs are the absolute worst place you can go to pick up beautiful women. And it's the first place that guys who are, I would consider amateurs, who haven't been in the game very long, you know, tend to frequent on the weekends. They immediately go to the nightclubs because they feel that's their best chance or their best opportunity to meet lots of beautiful women in one place. And they're just like crossing their fingers that they could get one of those girls to actually like them, you know. And as you guys know, when it comes to pickup, when it comes to successfully approaching and getting a hot girl to invest in you, she has to be able to focus on you. She has to be able to invest in you, and she cannot do that in a busy nightclub where there's loud music, there's tons of horny guys around her, there's there's fights breaking out. It's very, very difficult for anybody to focus on anybody, male or female, for more than a few seconds. And that's the difficult part about doing pickup and game in nightclubs. You know, have I done it before? Have I been successful at it? Absolutely. And I can still be successful at it. But then again, you know, I've been doing game a long time. So I know how to work my way around a club where I can kind of bypass the competition and I can almost force the girl's attention on me. And I can isolate her and pull her away from everybody very quickly and just be alone with her long enough to get her to invest in me. But this is a skill set that takes a very, very long time to accomplish, especially when you're surrounded by tons of competition, tons of horny guys, fights breaking out, loud music, talking over the music. You're dealing with her girlfriends who don't want to pull you away. You're dealing with the mother hen, right? the fat girl that she brought along that's watching over everybody. I mean, there's just a ton of obstacles to deal with just to pull this girl who is, you know, let's face it, if she's in a nightclub, even though she's hot, she's probably shallow. You know, she's probably shallow. She's there for attention. She's there for male attention and female attention. And a lot of guys don't understand that. That's why the girls get all dressed up. They're not there to necessarily get the attention of guys. They're there to compete against other women for the attention of guys. So understand that. A girl you meet in a nightclub who frequents nightclubs is never going to be able to value you, okay? Because a girl like that with such low self-esteem and such insecurity in herself, she's never going to feel like she deserves you. And there is nothing you can say and nothing you can do that will ever change that. Okay, and trust me, I know, I've been there, and this is why I'm telling you straight. You're going to completely just waste your time on this girl when there are so many other options out there. There are so many other hot girls out there that despise clubs. I mean, literally despise nightclubs and despise going there and despise the environment. And I've dated girls like that, and those are the type of girls that I tend to mesh with the best. That, you know, I've dated, even if it doesn't work out, they're still in my life. We're still friends. We could still go out to dinner. We could still hang out. You know, there's none of this like crazy shit that happened in a relationship where I just never want to see that person again. Is it possible to ever meet a nice girl in a nightclub? Of course, and I've met a few, but the pattern with those nice girls that you will meet in a nightclub is that they don't frequent those clubs. They just happen to be there. They just happen to be there because their girlfriend had a birthday party, or they happen to be there because they're there with their coworkers and they're celebrating something, and she just happened to tag along. You know, you would normally not see her there every Friday and Saturday night, every weekend. Okay, it's just a fluke that she happened to go. So those are the type of nice girls you'll meet every so often at a dance club. But if you want to meet a nice girl, I mean, you don't want to go to the nightclubs to do that. And I'm telling you, as somebody who's done pickup my entire life, somebody I consider myself a professional pickup artist, I don't go to nightclubs. I just don't. There's no reason for it. I don't want to exhaust my energy there, mentally or physically. I'm at the point where I try to get my students to this point too, where you can just approach and successfully approach and pick up girls no matter where you are. And when you can do that, you don't have to go to the nightclubs. You know, I mean, even if you had the skill, you don't want to go to the nightclubs. And like I said in the beginning, nightclubs only exist for two reasons: to pedestalize women, to put them on a pedestal, and to frustrate guys. That's it. You know, and most of the people spending the majority of money in nightclubs are in fact the guys, because obviously when you have a nightclub, you have free ladies night. They want as many women in there as possible to come in, so that's why they have free ladies night, free drinks for ladies and whatnot, because they want the guys to come in there and dish out their money. And that's really who's funding these nightclubs, are guys. You think women are... You think they're making a slew of money off women? No, most of their profits come from the guys who are going there, the guys who are standing in that line and paying that $20 to $50 cover charge, the guys who are going in there and foolishly buying drinks for these girls, right? And only in a nightclub will you ever meet a woman who feels that she's entitled to free drinks. And literally, even when I've gone with other female friends and I'm there with other girls and I happen to open or approach another girl and I'm like, hey, you know, why don't you come hang out with us? A lot of times the girl will say, well, are you going to buy me a free drink? Are you going to buy me a drink? I mean, nowhere else has any girl ever said that to me other than inside a nightclub. And I guarantee the only time a girl will ever expect you to buy her a free drink is inside a nightclub. And you should never do it, by the way. I mean, to this day, I've never, ever bought a girl that I've not met yet a free drink. I've never done that in my life, and I never will. So the sun's coming down here. I have to get going. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets, and I will see you in my next training video.